Hi guys, my name's Stephanie, and recently I got into a situation that turned my life upside down because I saved the son of the richest man in our country. It was like this. That day, I was coming back from vocal lessons. I was running down the street, covering my head from the rain with my notebook. I was already soaked, so I took my time. I stopped at a crosswalk, waiting for the red light to change to green. A guy in a suit walked past me. He was listening to music on his headphones and was so deep in thought that he wasn't even paying attention to the traffic light. I thought the stranger would stop, but he continued going on his way and walked right into the roadway. "Stop, you fool! Where are you going?" I yelled at the guy. He couldn't even hear me over the loud music. The headlights gleamed in the distance. Because of the low visibility, a car may not have seen a pedestrian or slowed down in the rain. I had to do something. "Stop right there!" I yelled in frustration. The first thing I could think of was to jump out onto the road and push the guy forward. The car whizzed by behind us. The stranger took off his headphones and became indignant. "Are you out of your mind? This is your thanks for saving your life?" The guy looked first at the car driving away, then at me. His eyes grew large. He seemed to finally understand what had happened. Saved my life. At the same moment, a car pulled up next to us, so violently that we heard the screeching of the brakes. A man in a business suit jumped out of the car. "Tom, son, are you all right?" he shouted. The boy, who turned out to be Tom, was really happy to see his father. In a trembling voice, he said, "So you were looking for me? I'm sorry I ran away, Dad." The man approached the younger one. "It wasn't your fault, son. I'm sorry too." Tom pressed himself against his father's chest and muttered something. I couldn't make out what it was. Not wanting to spoil such a touchy family reunion, I hurried to leave the scene of an unexpected reunion. When I got home, I changed quickly and wanted to make dinner. But when I went into the kitchen, I found that my mother had begun to prepare for the repairs. In the evening, Mom herself came in. "Have you seen the kitchen? I'm renovating. Will you help me?" "Of course I will." We ordered a delivery, and over dinner, I told my mom about the incident that happened to me today. Mom was very surprised that she found a picture of Tom on the internet. "You said the guy's name was Tom. Is that him?" "Yeah, that's him." "Did you know his father is a billionaire?" I was surprised. Of course I didn't know anything about it. So I saved a billionaire's son. The next morning, I was awakened by noise outside the window. Then I heard the thrill of the doorbell. A few minutes later, my mother came into my room. She was obviously surprised about something. "Stephanie, you have a visitor." I didn't understand anything, but I decided to go downstairs. When I opened the door, there was a fancy sports car in front of our house. Before it, Tom was standing. "Hi, Stephanie. Sorry to wake you up." I rubbed my eyes. Am I dreaming? "What are you doing here?" "You ran off so fast yesterday, I didn't have time to thank you for saving me." He handed me 3 coupons. "Dad and I decided I could grant you 3 of your wishes." I raised my eyebrows skeptically. "Have you been watching Aladdin?" "Okay, then I'll call you Ginny." "I'm Tom." The guy replied angrily. "Thanks, Ginny, but I was just doing my duty. I don't want any awards." I was ready to go back inside, but my mom intervened. She snatched 1 coupon out of Jeannie's hands and said, "Actually, Stephanie's birthday's coming up, and she'd like to celebrate her 16th birthday in a big way." Jeannie looked at me questioningly. I knew that my mother would be happy if someone relieved her of the responsibility of organizing my party, and I really wanted to have fun too. So I told Tom, "Yes, that's my first wish, Ginny. Please don't call me that." I took the coupon and tore it into pieces. The guy smiled, got into his fancy car, and drove off. In fact, Mom and I were thinking that we were going to have a low-key birthday party, but things didn't work out that way. The next day, posters were posted all over the hallways of the school. Steph's birthday, 7 p.m. Everyone's invited, and just below that, my address. I was immediately surrounded by guys asking me what to wear and what the party was about. I had no idea myself. After school, I rushed home. I was met there by my shocked mother. There were workers walking around our backyard. They'd already set up a mini stage, speakers, and a light system. The decorator was decorating the yard, and the cook was setting the table. Among the dishes were even cupcakes with my pictures on them. I went over to my mom. "What's going on?" "I don't know. I came home from work, and there it was. It's probably Jeannie's doing. but I don't have anything to wear. By the way, the courier left a package for you. It's in the bedroom. I rushed to the bedroom, where a mysterious box was waiting for me. Inside was a stunningly beautiful evening gown. Well, it was time to fix myself up. I only had a couple hours left before my party. I went out to the backyard at 7 p.m. sharp. As I opened the door, I heard Jeannie's familiar voice. He was standing on the stage, shouting into the microphone, "Meet tonight's hostess." I got a big cheer from the guys. Almost the entire school was there. The crowd congratulated me on my birthday and gave me gifts. I wanted to go up on the stage to Jeannie, but as I made my way through the crowd, strobe lights flickered and smoke started billowing out. By the time I got to the stage, the smoke had cleared, and in place of Jeannie, there was a band. They started playing a song, and the guests started dancing. I looked for Jeannie to thank him, but he was nowhere to be found. With a shrug of my shoulders, I started partying as well. In the morning, after the wild dances, I was afraid to move my legs. When I got downstairs, the decorations were gone. I packed my backpack and headed to school. The kids thanked me all day for the party, but after a couple of days, everyone forgot about the party. But I really enjoyed being the center of attention. I knew what I was going to wish for this time. I took another coupon out of my pocket. I tore it up and whispered a wish. A few seconds later, a message arrived on my phone. Go outside. Outside, I saw Jeannie. He was sitting in his gold car, waving at me. The guy opened the passenger door for me with the words, "Get in, don't be afraid." When I got in, he immediately hit the gas pedal. We drove around town for a while, and when it got dark, he drove me home. Outside the house, Tom asked, "So, what do you want?" "I want to be famous." You're a vocal coach, right?" I answered uncertainly. "Yes, but I don't sing very well." "Okay, I think I know what to do about it." I got out of the car and was left wondering what he was up to. At home, I met my mother. She was still getting the kitchen ready for the renovations. "Stephanie, can you help me?" "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so tired today." I see." I heard a sad tone in my mom's voice, but I went to my bedroom, fell on my bed, and fell asleep. In the morning, I found that my entire direct was flooded with messages. Guys from school and complete strangers were writing that they would definitely come to my concert tonight. My concert? What are they talking about? I didn't even have time to get up. A strange woman in a business suit came into my room without knocking. She started nagging me. "Miss Blank, get up. You have a general run-through and a stylist ahead of you." "Who?" I asked in surprise. "Very funny. Get up." I hurriedly put on my clothes and went outside, where a limousine was waiting for me. I got into the car without asking too many questions. After rehearsal, I sat in the dressing room, and my hands and feet were shaking out of nervousness. Why did I make this stupid wish? Just at that moment, Jeannie walked into the dressing room. "Come on, you have to go on stage. The audience is waiting." I rushed to him with the words, "Please call it off." "It's too late. Don't worry, it'll be okay." I grabbed Jeannie's hand tightly as he led me towards the stage. As I gently opened the curtain, I saw that the auditorium was full, the crowd shrieking and jumping, chanting my name. I picked up the microphone. "But Jeannie, I don't sing well." "Don't worry, a phonogram will play. Just open your mouth." After these words, I felt better. I exhaled and walked out onto the stage. The crowd went silent. My songs began to play, but how did Jeannie know I was writing them? When I finished singing, the crowd applauded and asked me to sing something else. I didn't mind. When the concert was over, I went backstage to find Jimmy, but as usual, he'd already disappeared. The sound guy came up to me and complimented me. "You sing well. Not many people sing without a backing track these days." I was stunned by what I heard. I didn't have a backing track? No, you were singing live. So I sang by myself? Wow, I guess I really underestimated myself. A few days went by. I sat on the beach, thinking about everything that had happened in the last few days. Then I pulled out the last coupon and tore it up. A minute later, someone tapped me on the shoulder. I wasn't scared, because I already knew that he was Jeannie. "Did you come up with a new wish yet?" "Yeah, I guess I wanted to know what it was like to be rich." "But you're already rich." I was really surprised. "What do you mean?" Genie nodded his head and pointed to the car. Soon, we were outside my house. I saw my poor mother through the kitchen window. Her clothes were covered in paint. Poor Mom! I promised I'd help her. The genie said, "The real wealth is to have loving parents. I realized that when you saved me." I wondered. Tom was right. Genie, please stop calling me that. I am Tom. Okay, Tom. I want you to help us with the repairs. What? The guy was obviously ready for anything but this. But I don't know how. That's my last wish. My genie had nowhere else to go. Okay. We went into the house. Tom had buckets of paints and tools in his hands. Mom was very happy to see us. For the next few hours, we painted the kitchen walls, interrupted now and then by joking and talking. From that evening on, Genie and I became real friends. He came over to our house more and more often, and I got to know his father. Despite his huge fortune, Tom's father turned out to be a very good-natured and open person. And how did my new friend manage to fight with him? When I told Tom's father how his son was struggling to paint the walls, he laughed. No wonder. Tom had never hammered a single nail in his life. And I started my business as a simple laborer. And even that mockery of his was kind. As time went on, Genie and I came up with the genius idea of introducing our parents. Soon, we were having dinner at the same table, and the adults seemed to like each other. That's the real wealth. Tom whispered in my ear, "What 3 wishes would you make?" Share in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel.